So we adjusted the times a little bit back so that you have a little bit more time for group work as well. We budgeted plenty of time today for you guys to chat. Okay, so we have arrived at day 2 after a very, very, very full day 1. Now I briefly want to walk you through day 2, and then I want to kind of have brief popcorn style again in case there were any group changes that we should know about before we go into the respective groups. So today we have a brief plenary, and then from 9:50 or 10 to 12 you have like 2 hours for really your group work. And the groups are currently here. I'll give you in a bit of time to share if there have been any updates on it. But basically, in these 2 hours, what we ask you is to really think about possible solution spaces to these to the areas that you highlighted yesterday. They all have this particular template that we often use to evaluate projects. It's based on the Hallmeyer Catechism, but we added a few questions and I didn't take a few others. And I know that you already filled it out, so that's great. Group 1. And then we have an R&D section, which is more general, if we think as a community about how we enable useful progress in that space, that would be a part of the afternoon's discussion for about half an hour. So please assign a scribee. You have about 2 hours to fill in these templates. You can create a project presentation as well. Sometimes people do Google Slides or something as well, but make sure that you ask these questions too. You have about 2 hours to fill in this work, to collaborate in the group. And then we have about 5 minutes presentations per group, followed by Q&A. And we have 2 rounds of those with a lunch in between, so that we have 5-minute presentations, 5-minute group feedback. So we're really trying to help the projects along here. Then we have a break. We'll be discussing general R&D challenges in these spaces and what we can do as a community to move them forward. And then in the closing time, because I know that many of you are also coming to collaborate with each other, there'll be quite some time to, discuss how can we all help these fields along, but also you as your organization in this space, particularly, do you have any updates, opportunities, collaboration requests, any events, any job postings, whatever you may have, there's a time to share that as well. And then there's some time in the post-workshop time to have another breakout. So basically, let's say something emerged throughout this event that didn't fit into the main workshop time, but you really want to talk about it with some other people. There'll be plenty of time afterwards to discuss that. We may have a little walk in the Salesforce garden for those who want to. I think the weather will be good in the afternoon. We have dinner and drinks. And then for those who want to move on to the second happy hour, you're welcome to do so. But yeah, so the first 2 hours will really be focused on your guys's, project generations. And I want to tell you, take this as seriously as you want. Oftentimes out of our workshops, real organizations are created and projects actually make it to fruition. Sometimes companies are created and so forth. And especially for this one, we have the AI grant that some of you have already applied to, some of you are already grantees. But if you have a project that you guys are excited about, we really encourage you guys to apply to the grants afterwards. It's focused specifically, 2 of the areas are focused on multipolar AI and on cryptography and security for AI. So, I'm not making all the decisions there, but you definitely have not a bad shot at having this project be supported if you're really excited about something that emerges here. So take this seriously in the next 2 hours and really try to make the most of it. Okay, well, with that being said, I want to go briefly through the groups just to make sure that they're happening and where they are. So the first one, robust international coordination mechanisms. You're still a group. You're still good to go. I think Lisa was a part of this. Who may have just left. Oh, yeah, there. Yeah, you're all good? All set? Any questions? Okay, great. I moved you to a new room because we'll be doing interviews here. So you're now in the beautiful room right behind the beautiful bathrooms. I put it here on the location as well. It's basically the very beautiful bathrooms at the end, and right behind it is this beautiful room that shares the window here. We have AI for understanding. Yay, nay. Okay.
I think we might disband that one.
Okay. Do you have a specific group that you want to join?
TBD.
Okay. Well, just mark your name on it so that people know who's in which group, and for you the same. And then Bogdan, if you want to go ahead alone, you can claim this this document here. Modeling, simulation, capabilities, and so forth. Yay, nay, happening. Yeah, well, I think Porsche and a few others may be coming a bit later today, but okay, great. You're still at the same table. then there's still a free spot to claim. So if you decide, if any of the group decides to break out from the other groups, there's currently like one free Google template. So if you want to do that, then there's another free one available. Just put your name on here, and then you can become that group. Better incentives. You guys are in the boardroom? All good? Okay, awesome. Yeah, well, just feel free to put them in there. And also on the Google Doc, there's some space to also list the group. International evaluation standards. Basel team. Saw him earlier, he may be out. Okay, I'll check in with them. Compute. Happening. Okay, systemic risk of AI. You're all good? Okay. And then we have, I think, the cyber capabilities group, which is now like forked into 2 groups, and you're all set to go with a new. Okay, cool, awesome. I get a hand up. That's great. Feel free to put your seating arrangements in here once you have it, and then as people are coming in, I will direct them to the respective groups that you guys are sitting in. Does that sound okay? Okay. If you want to do any mergers and acquisitions throughout the day, you're welcome to. I will also go around about half time to ask if you want to claim an advisor or a mentor from a different team that I will then steal for you for about 10 minutes. So think about if you want anyone from another group to advise on it. Okay, any comments, questions?
I'm just curious, how do these map to the tech tree?
Yeah, well, Matthias has some work to do there, I guess, over the course of today.
Is there time later today to try to map what we did to that?
Yeah, that would be great. Maybe you could already have a go at it, and then we'll compare notes afterwards. That's a great idea. Okay, well, with that, without further ado, breakout into breakout groups. I will come around for questions as well, and I will direct people that are coming into the respective groups. Thanks, everyone.